Okay. I'm back. I'm live. I didn't do last weekend like I was supposed to. So I was like, you need to do one. So obviously that's why for this one, I set it to like start in like 2 minutes. I'm like, should I do it in 5? Like, no, just start now. Nobody cares. This is the Lego set that I have had sitting on a shelf in a cabinet for a while, which it would have been better to do it closer to when Jane Goodall died. Although I can't remember what I was looking at. Oh, I was going through to see if there's any alternate builds, and I found an alternate build to make. And underneath it was like, who's Jane Goodall? And I'm like, man, you can just Google that stuff. I think they end up referencing Wikipedia. Like, just go look it up yourself. Like, you don't need somebody else to explain to you who she is. I need scissors. You don't need somebody else. I mean, she's right there on the box and everything. She's got her own little figure. I don't know. I would assume that I had to have ordered Legos on like maybe Earth Day or something. I don't know why she ended up getting her own Lego set, which sounds like a dig to Jane Goodall. It's kind of random is my answer. There's not a lot of pieces, so we've been making this, and we've been making the alternate build that I actually looked at and thought, oh, that's great. The link is down below for the alternate build, just in case you like it. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I looked it up the other day, months ago, to see, hey, is this set worth anything? They're like, it's worth $3. I'm like, great. Oh, well. I don't even think these are numbered, which is interesting. I'm so used to having ones where like, this is a number. Look, little monkeys. Anyways, sadly enough, I would have enjoyed it more had it been Monkey See, Monkey Do, all those. That would have been entertaining for me. So we'll pop all these open and just throw them in here on this handy. As always, the things I'm using to make the Legos is actually made for jigsaw puzzles. Someday. I'll actually use that on a live stream for the actual purpose it's for. The problem with using that for a live stream is that obviously it's too big. The puzzle board, gigantic. I should do a review of that thing. I mean, it's old, but not old. I got it last Christmas. It feels like a year old. But I'd have seen other people have done reviews of them at some point. I do the 10% rule on how to open that thing. So we'll throw this stuff away so it's not sitting on the thing all the time. I did one once where I took it apart. I thought it was over. And it was sitting there. The trash was sitting in the corner the entire time, driving me crazy. But yeah. So this should be a quickie. Wow, why are there so many pages of instructions? Who knows? Who knows? We're being really sad the day that the instructions go all on PDF form. We gotta bring it up on your computer. I would be great disappointed in that, because I prefer to have the physical version. That way, if I can't tell what the heck is going on, I can, pick it up and look at it and see if that'll make it easier for me to figure it out. I got her hair. And then we'll put the monkeys right here. Put the monkeys up here. But yeah, all the monkeys make the same shape. I realized you didn't want to put 3 different monkey shapes. Monkey see, monkey do. There's Jane Goodall. I actually think they would be nice enough to give it the young version and not the old one, because the young version is back here that I paged past. Not that one. Where's the real one? There. The young version. Anyway. set her down like that. She just falls all the time. Great. See how fast we can do this one. Although the faster I go, the more likely I am to mess it up. I mean, I have great skills. I've never messed anything up. I don't know what you're talking about, except for that one time where I completely messed it up. I don't know if I've ever done putting a Lego set together and not messed it up in some way. You know, it's a skill. Probably not the correct word for it, but it's a skill. I mean, that's the nicest thing I could say about it. We just have an empty space there? Okay. Sure. Where's that one go? 1, 4, and a 2. What are these 2 things? Great. The piece that'll never come back again after you put it together. In there forever. Oh, so you put this on correctly. Neither here nor there. And then, it's got some skin in that one. As always, can I think of anything that I watched recently? I just got done watching an old episode of, oh crap, I don't even know what it's called. It's on right now. Let's see if my thing will say what it is. It'll give me the suggestion. No. It's Neurotic has a thing about conspiracy theories or other crazy unexplained stuff. And he had an episode, an older one, that was about some hikers that died mysterious deaths that was unexplained and never. The case was never solved. How they died, why they ended up the way they ended up. Like the whole thing is just super weird. That was entertaining. And then I went to go live, and I'm like, oh, he has another one. I do enjoy those conspiracy theory type thing. You never know. When it comes to the unexplained, I think it's part of humanity. You always want to know those crazy mysteries that you can't explain, and you never. It's unlikely you ever will, because the people, everybody that was there that day died. They all went hiking in Russia in like the 50s, and there was 9 of them. They were all experienced hikers, and there was a storm, so they made the choice to just stay in the tents that night. They'd be fine, and then they keep going because it was just as dangerous if they were going to try to get down from where they were. So they're like, we're not going to do that. We're just going to stay here, wait it out. And then something happened that night, and they all ran out of the tent without their coats. In whatever they were sleeping in is what they ran out of their tent in, and they all died mysterious deaths. Like they were together for a little bit, and then they all split up and ran their own separate ways. Well, that's not going to be right. Well, nailed it. They all ran out. I guess they were all 9 of them, whatever, slept in one tent together. Men and women together in one tent. Weird, but okay. But they all slept in the tent together. They all ran out without bothering to put layers of clothes on in the middle of a snowstorm in Russia. And then at some point, after a little bit of running, like they were running away from something type thing, they split up and died various deaths. Like they all ended up dead. Some of them lived for a little while before they died, but they all died on the same night. From some horrific injuries, and then some of them after the fact, when they finally did, because, it's winter time. By the time they found some of them, it was months later when the snow melted. And you don't know whether or not critters got to them, or there's a reason why they were missing their eyes and all this other stuff. It's just weird. But it's one of those unexplained mysteries that will never really be solved because you're too far removed from it. It could have been as simple as you know, whether it be, the altitude, you got too cold, you get delirium or whatever, or something affected them where they all went crazy. How all of them would end up going crazy is odd as well. Like, it doesn't really make sense. It was entertaining. You go through all your crazy hypotheticals of what happened back in the day, but you can't really know for sure. And even the people at the time, they had their people that they wanted to accuse of the crime, but, their original suspect of the natives of that area, the indigenous people, which sometimes I'm disappointed in myself. Like, I never really thought about how, in most places of wilderness like that, you'll have some sort of native people of that area. But after they were trying to blame it on the native people, when they actually did the investigation, they realized that's not what happened. So then they had to change it up and try to find something else. And eventually they just closed the case and walked away. Until, I don't know, a decade into I think it was the 2000s when somebody finally wrote a book about it. Somebody from Russia wrote a book, like, this is the mystery. Nobody could figure out what happened. And then that renewed interest about it. People trying to figure out what happened. But it's been so long. Who knows how much evidence they still have to even look at to make any headway in figuring out what actually happened. Like, you just don't know. Great mysteries like those, we always enjoy them. At least I do. But it's just an entertaining story. For me, obviously I did a really bad job of explaining it, but time erases all things. So by the time we get to now, you can't really explain what happened all those years ago. Here's this. Am I missing one of those too? No. Was I supposed to put in that earlier? Did I just do it last time? Yes. Nailed it. Got one of those. Oh gosh. This one goes here, here. Let's see. This one's here, here. But yeah, it was accomplishing great things on this Sunday night. I was like, man, you need to go stream. Put one out there, even if nobody watches it. Also, one of the greatest things about streaming is to get me out of consuming social media instead of making some, instead of watching random YouTube videos, which may or may not be a good idea, honestly. I'm doing this instead. Put more content out for people to watch, maybe. Which I did get another subscriber, which I was happy to see. Because at this point, wow, you would think everybody I know has already subscribed, so it must be a new person. So, if you're my new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Even if you're like my sister who only watches my videos to fall asleep to, I feel blessed. Blessed, I tell you. Blessed. To each his own. You know? As the streamers say, don't stream about something you don't care about. You have to do it for you. Well, this has always been an experiment to just like stop thinking about it, just do it. Nobody watches it, no harm, no foul. You're not hurting anybody. You're not forcing anybody to watch it. It's all good. Oh, jeez. This one. Interesting. those. Which last night I watched the documentary, the John Candy documentary. I was like, that's a great idea. Cry before you go to sleep at night, because I will definitely cry. Of course I did. It was a great one. Yeah. It's always interesting to look at that. You think that John Candy was around for a long time when he really wasn't. He actually died fairly young. Stupid phone. Super sad, but unfortunately, it's gone too soon. These poor kids. I'm missing them greatly, dealing with that. But at least it looks like his kids, were able to deal with his death and get the help they needed to make sure they can deal with it. If you can't do it on your own, ask for help. Always a good idea. There's no shame in it, because clearly if you can't accomplish it on your own, it's up to you to go out there and get some help. Somebody else may be able to give you the tools that you never thought of to make it happen. One of the hardest things to do, ask for help. But there's always help out there. Just gotta know where to look. Or let go of your pride enough to ask for it. But yeah, super uplifting. Oh, well, that, and it was right after I watched Nobody 1 and 2, which, if you have not seen Nobody 1 and 2, I recommend. It's quite amusing. Obviously, Christopher Lloyd steals the show. I don't know what it is, but it's always entertaining to me when you watch the old folks killing a bunch of people. Entertaining. I think I realized that he was in the series from watching the trailer for the second one. Honestly, it's the reason why I watched it. I just wanted to watch him. And then it was so crazy because Michael Ironside had a small role in the first one. I'm like, I haven't seen him in forever. It's been so long. And it made me think of his character in Sequest, which is a classic TV show. But in that show, at the time when I watched it when I was a kid, I always thought he was such a hard ass and he was so annoying. I, was really annoyed by his character. But as an adult, I look at it and you're like, you know what? He was absolutely necessary. People's lives are in line. It's his job. He may have been a hard ass a lot of times, but he had a reason. He was always fair. He was a good guy in the end. He just made sure the military standards had to be met. You had to do things by the book. He might bend a little bit, but he still maintained the rules. But yeah, as an adult, I can respect his character so much more now than I could when I watched that show when I was a little kid. It's entertaining to me. Although that's me remembering the show that I haven't watched in forever. So I guess it's possible that that's not really how things were back in the day, but that's just how I saw it. Is it supposed to be dark? Yes. Whatever. Where's the second one? Right here? Okay. And I'm getting low on pieces. Can I just say, obviously the reason I haven't done this jigsaw, not a jigsaw, Lego set before is because it was a freebie, so it's not like I got, this isn't right. What's wrong? We need to be over one on everything? Oh man, when you do it wrong. It's not, I obviously wanted the other Legos, not the freebie. So it's sat in the box, which, because Christmas is coming up, my one Christmas catalog showed up in the mail, which is the Legos Christmas catalog. It's the only one I got. So, you know, like a little kid, even though I have no intention of buying anything, I still broke out the catalog and went through it. Which I found no sets that I wanted to buy, but I did chuckle a little bit when I saw the ad for the new Death Star, because I, you know, seen reviews about it to let me know what was wrong, even though I like to point out I had no desire to buy that anyway, so it's not like it talked me out of buying it. That's not what happened. I was never going to buy it to begin with. There's a space missing in it, where the GWP, if you bought it on release day, whatever, the GWP was a TIE fighter that goes in a slot in this gigantic, you know, $1,000 Lego set. And if you didn't buy it at that time, now you just have an empty spot where a TIE fighter is supposed to go. That you probably, I bet you a bunch of people ordered a boatload of them to have. Well, I don't know if I don't think you can buy them separate. What are you really supposed to do then? Because if you can't buy them separate, then how the hell? Never mind. Get on there. Oh. At this point, I realize there's a small problem that's going to cause us issues later, and that is the fact that I'm doing the other set. That means I'm going to have to rip all these off. I did not get out the tool. Where's the third? Oh, okay. To rip these apart. But yeah, I just looked at that and I laughed because somebody's going to be pissed that you have this thing that, looking up close to it, because I had never really looked at close-up pictures of it, you have so much dead space in it. I mean, you have a bunch of rooms, fine, but there's so much dead space. I just don't like it, especially because the older one is so much better than this one. Ah, crap. Somebody has a little issue putting the little pieces on there. But there was so much more to do on the old set that I didn't want. Why would you ever want this one? Where's the other piece go? No. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I grabbed 6 when I only need 5. Problem solved. That's why I like having the set picked up. Also, partially, it's because I'm streaming this. The computer that I'm going to use to put the other one together is over there. So it's far away, which makes it a little bit harder for me. I'm just saying. A little bit harder for me. Okay. Also, if I lose my internet connection, my internet's been stupid lately. Crap. It's been stupid lately, and it's driving me up the wall. The wall. Does this? I really don't like decor on Lego set. So all this extra crap on the bottom, I realize it makes it look pretty. I know why it exists. It doesn't mean I have to enjoy putting it on there. I'm just saying. Oh, look, it's the one of those. It's exciting. Yay. Making our tree. And what am I? Oh, I have the Ewok Village. I was looking at it. I was like, ooh, I wonder if they have an alternate. Although I'm hesitant to make it because the set breaks so easily. I'm genuinely concerned that it will break, and I will be sad. So that one I may not do on a stream just because I don't want to kill it. It'll be sad for me. But I was looking it up, and they had an Ent build, which is the Treebeard. It's another Treebeard build, but using the Ewok Village set, so it's gigantic. Because obviously the Ewok Village set is well over 1,000 pieces. I don't know how many. It's a lot. But how do they have it this way then? Like that? Okay. I'm just building my tree. Who am I? Question. Okay. This one goes here, like this. This one goes here. Okay. Sit. Like there. Okay. More nonsense. Where's the... I was going to say, I feel like when I put that other piece in there, I said, this is the only one I have. I'm like, no, wait, there's two. There are two skills. Oh, here's the piece I thought I threw and couldn't figure out where it was. There's one of these with a cap. Is it supposed to be flat? Nope. I just can't tell what it is. Skills. This one. This one. Got it. Probably was supposed to put that there before that one. Not here nor there. Next up. Beep. Here's this one. Where's this one go? Right here. Skills, kids, skills. At least now I know why those are there, because they do not stay well. Where's this one go? 10% roll. Make it happen. I just realized there's a little thing at the bottom of showing how far your progress is as Dano Goodall walks across the bottom. I'm super observant that way. Clearly this has been that the whole entire time, and I just noticed. So, nailed it. As I move the whole thing. Put it back in the spot. I can't tell. This one goes this way. And this one goes this way. The trouble with that is, when you look at the picture, it looks like a hot green mess right there. I'm just saying. That is my problem area. So, it gives me fits. So this one, this one, this one. As I knock all the monkeys off. Get back on there. Okay. And then, it's the small things. This, and then one of these. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I'm like, don't even put it on yet. Oh. Probably helps if you do it the correct way. You don't say. I'm going to probably would be better. And let's not go down here. Like that. That's right. Read the instructions and do it correctly. Why so difficult? Weird one. Having the two different greens is oodles of fun. You can tell the difference between them. But in the instructions, as always, you're kind of like, wait, which one? Okay. This one goes here. Like that. Well, that, and I wonder, like this, some of these pieces I have the same in the Ewok Village, but the greens are different. So I wonder if they changed the formulation of the greens over the years, or if that's two specifically distinct colors. Like, what are we doing here? Okay. Oh, this goes here. I don't know how we skipped that step. That goes there, and then this goes this one, and this one, this one. We're moving now. Yay. Here, rapid grip. One there. That's the one perk of having the small sets. I don't have to organize the pieces. There aren't that many of them. You can just throw them on there and be done with it. This one. This one. Like that. There. Jane Goodall's getting down there. That. Okay. Really? I'm so glad there's so many extra pieces. Oh, this is her thing. Here. That's her binoculars. And she sits there. This one here. Uh-oh. 10% roll. Let's not talk about that. We can put that in there a little bit. But I'm going to put all the monkeys on there before I deal with that nonsense. It's supposed to be down here, maybe? And this one goes here. And this. I'm really good at stickers. And by that, I mean I'm really horrible at stickers. So we'll see how badly this goes on there. It's off to the side. See, there's black on this side and not on that side. I'm consistent. So bam, nice sassafras. It's a quick, easy tiny build that I have a bunch of extra pieces to. So, nailed it. We'll see if it matches in the picture or if I'm missing something. Okay, so it matches the picture I'm staring at. So here is the chain Goodall, like this thing. We got our two little guys. Her in there, and then we got the water. Actually doesn't look too bad, honestly. And then we got our trees. The trees actually look nice. Obviously the back is flat, but that is your little 276 pieces, I think. That's the box day. It's right in front of me. 276. Literally written right there. Nailed it. For 10 plus? Really? 10? Okay, sure. Now I gotta figure out where I put my tools. Because I'm gonna need those. But I think I put them back in the box. So, because there's too much tiny stuff, I'm not going to be able to, oh crap, rip that apart easily and quickly. Also, look, it's got a piece that was stuck inside of it the whole entire time. That's right. Can we get it out? Stuck in there forever. Oh. There we go. Skills, kids. Skills. Well, that and the fact that I was like, I need to get to that. And then I immediately grab another one and start working on that one instead of finishing the one I already started. That's called, yeah, that's nailed it. See how fast we can tear this baby down. Don't think that the alternate uses all the pieces, so it should be even faster. I don't know why I jinxed myself. No, of all the times that I was like, no, it takes this long. It never does. Although, in hindsight, I should have done what I did in the last stream with the Wookiee build, where I built the alternate first and then did the main one, purely because the alternate build didn't use as many pieces. So it was the faster build. And well, not so much the faster build. I mean, it was. But it was a faster teardown, for obvious reasons. You put together less pieces, it takes less time to take it apart. So, we're going to rip this baby apart so that we can build it back up again. Which is the biggest drawback of Legos for me, is not having it's not as easy to rip it apart and do it again if you want to, because it costs so much more. You're inclined to, you kind of need to display it or something, but I don't have unlimited space to display all this stuff. There's so much investment you have to put it out, in my eyes. You know, it could be different for you than for me, obviously. You may just be able to spend an absurd amount of money and then just throw it back in the box it came from or whatever. That's just not how I work. But Googly moogly. We're getting there. Probably should have demonstrated how to take two pieces apart if they're stuck together. If I got another one, I'll remember to do that. There's a reason why I have two of the tools out instead of just one, because sometimes you need two to pop them apart. It does happen from time to time. That's right. Caught it. Skills, kids. Skills. Yeep. This is not one where you can use the tool for that, because there's not a ton. How much time do I spend picking crap off the ground? There's this one. Sassafras and Durignan. Oh, I don't know where that one went. It's in the general vicinity of the chair I'm currently sitting on. That's all I got out of that one. This is what makes this tool so great, is to be able to pop up ones on the other thing, because they're such a pain to get off, to get underneath and pop them out. It saves you a great deal of pain and suffering. So this end is sharp enough. It's not actually sharp, but it's enough to get underneath and pop up the ones that you can't actually lock onto and get them off without destroying your fingers, honestly. That's what I'm going to try to do now. The other guilty pleasure I watched today, where it's always, it was conflicting in some ways. It's bad, but it's human nature, is my excuse on that one. I watched the J-Bay body cam video of her getting trespassed from like I don't know how many different hospitals. Although technically this was an urgent care. She was kicked out. They were able to say that the reason she was kicked out was because she had sepsis. That was how she got out of it. But the problem I have with that, as an excuse for her behavior, is that at this point her family had given up on her and didn't want to deal with her anymore. She had been doing this for a while. You know, I always thought sepsis was supposed to be fairly bad and not as truly a slow sepsis, unless she had multiple instances of it. But, I mean, she can use that as an excuse, but once she gets cured of it, she won't be able to use it again. Okay, let's see if we can see if it worked. No. Give me a second. I just stopped sharing because that works out well. We'll try it again. For whatever reason, when it went to just share screen, it doesn't. Oh look, it came up. No, it doesn't like the shared screen is on the. Oh crap! I just put it in the thing. This might be a little bit buggy. It's gonna go back and forth. My bad. So this is the Jane Goodall treehouse that was made by Nequmodiva. Is what I'm gonna. I don't know. It's highlighted because I just have it there. Oh, you can do their whole little name thing. Has done 219 mocks. Well done, man. Well done. Clearly, experienced mock builder. So this is the mock we're gonna build. And it's a treehouse, so obviously it's a. I would assume it's a smaller base and just goes up higher. Great for if you want a smaller footprint, which the one I want the smaller footprint of, but I can't do it because there's mock builds and there's alternate builds. The mock builds, and the alternate builds different. This, even though it says it's a mock, I feel like it's an alternative because I thought the alternative uses the same exact pieces, you know, uses only pieces from the set versus the mock can use pieces that are not in the set. So I just don't have the pieces to make the other one. So we're going to be doing this so I can get out of it. stop sharing and go back to the normal and just build the sets, you crazy fiend. Okay, so as long as my internet doesn't go out, because that'll be a problem. But this one still should be much faster. I say that. I think this is the kiss of death. You know, you get all cocky with that, and what will I be doing this entire time? I gotta move that. Because this is my other mouse for my other computer, and I need that one. So. Interesting. This one. But we'll see. We can't bang this one out. Did we make it very well organized to make it easier to put it back together? No. No, I did not. Skills, kids. Skills. Like this. This is 2. There's the... Put that there for now. I only need 2 of those. This one. Where's the... Did I skip a step? Like, how did we get to here? We skipped a step. That's right there. Okay. This one. And this one. I do love all the times. Like, it's this one, this one, this one. Riveting stuff. There, kiddo. Like that. And now we go to the next one and it makes sense. Skills. I mean, ish. Makes sense-ish. There's that one. And then great. I do enjoy it immensely. This one. 2 blue. Where's 2 blue? Oh. Here. Here. 1 green. Where's the green one? And 2 flowers. Nailed it. Next up is 2 long, 2 medium, and 2 small. Oh, then I figured the next one's going to be the black around the outside. This one. Okay. This way. And then 2, 3. And then where is the halvesy? There it is. And then the other one. One, 2, 2. All that decorative crap I hate. I mean, it makes it look great. It really does. I'm not saying it doesn't have its purpose. It's just never been keen on it. And this one. Six flowers. With these instructions, they do make sure that every new piece is highlighted, so it is the highlighted instructions. I would assume all new ones are that way. I just have some of the older sets that don't have the highlighted instructions, so you get to look at it and be like, where does this one go? I don't know. You'll find out eventually. Probably. I hope so. Brown. It's brown. So here, there. Red one. Oh wow. The thing I keep telling myself every time why is there a random empty gate? Put one of the random little ones in. I'm like, that is one less little one I gotta page through to try to figure out where it goes or what it's doing. So I just keep telling myself that. That is one less little piece. I could just keep whittling them down. Although eventually we need to go up, so I don't know what we're doing there, but that we need to do the 2, 3. And that one. One wedge here. Jesus. Stupid notifications on my phone beeped. Scared the bejesus out of me. Nailed it. Didn't expect there to be any noise. There's that one. These. Oh, I need 2 of those. That's super helpful. Two and 1 wedge. Oh, great Google Image. I always enjoy when I look at the picture and you're like, man, I have no idea. Give me a second. I need to try to figure out what the hell it's doing. There's that one. 4 flowers. 3, 4, and another wedge. There's that one. 2 red. And then 2 greens. This one. There's that one. Okay. Does it just sit there? Like this. Interesting. Okay. Might have questioned that. I assume this goes in all of the ones that are hollow. Not all of them, because that one is empty. Oh, that's supposed to be the other kind. It's supposed to be this one. My bad. I did that wrong. Shocker. The one drawback of using this with the Legos is obviously I keep pushing it away because if it's up against here, I can't actually see it. Makes it slightly hard to find some of the pieces. Just saying. I know. It's very persnickety of me, but it truly, truly is. Hard for me. Oh, look. I didn't take those apart. Oh, so I should demonstrate this. So to get things apart, if it's 2 pieces stuck together, you just use 2 of these, and you should be able to, even though they're really close together, to get it apart enough where you can pop them apart. Like they'll whittle apart enough that you can get it the rest of the way, and you can get the wedge in between it to pop them apart. But it is really great for 2 pieces that are the same size that are stuck together that you need to come apart for whatever reason. Whether you be an idiot like me that wants it, if I'm going to redo it, I want every single piece to come apart. Even if you're just going to have to put it right back together again. Yeah. That's how I roll. Okay, that's right. So this one's like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This would be the base of the tree. Why is it like this? 1, Well, I should not have done that this way, but this is what we're doing. Too late now. I mean, I could just take it out, but I'm obstinate that way. Let's do it the hard way. Okay. Nailed it. And then this one going this way. Gray one going here. Grabby grab. And a green one right here. Three of these. These. I have 4 in my hand. Nailed it. This one goes here. Goes here. Beep. That's a good sign. Standing up all on its own. No, not really. I mean, it's eventually going to attach. It's not like we need to do anything exciting with it. Which, setting up this stream, the second most popular video I have is for the Star Trek Enterprise build, which is built out of the Millennium Falcon pieces, which is amusing in its own right. You know, using Star Wars pieces to make a Star Trek set. It's amusing. I find it funny. But I just look at that and I'm like, man, at the end of that, when I built it, I had the hardest time. Okay, we skipped a step again. Go back, fix what's been broken. We did that one. We didn't do this one. When you get to that, at the end of that build, I had the hardest time keeping the nacelles on, which I'm pretty sure that's right. All my vast Star Trek knowledge. How did you pop this one off? Oh, it just goes right there. My vast Star Trek knowledge for that one. Just doesn't lock it on, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't. And I mean, they do actually fit, but I wonder if people watch that, they think that it doesn't actually stay on. But it did actually solidify on there and stay on after I got it to sit. It took some doing. It fought me kind of hard, but it looks at the end like it didn't work correctly, but it actually did. Okay. Like right here. Okay. Okay. Like this. It worked quite well because I ended up after the fact, after I set it to the side, it fell apart when I set it to the side. But after I put it back together, I got it left it there. It did actually stay and not break apart for a week before the next week I made it into, I don't know, Battlestar Galactica. I don't know. I don't remember what I made after that. But yeah, it was fun. This goes here. This goes here. It needs to go dwindling away. Also, take this one. There's a piece on there that doesn't go there. Okay, next up, this one. One. Interesting. Oh, this is the, why is it too far apart? No. Well, you know, let's not talk about that. I fixed it all on my own. All on my own. Okay, this goes here. Like this. Okay. Great. I'm really, really bad at it. Nope, this way. This one. This one. This one. This one. There we go. Look, it looks like an actual tree. Aren't we excited? I'm going to lock all these down without killing everything in the process. This is an art I don't generally possess. Gotta keep it real. One, two, three. As always, what do we do when we're doing Legos? Count. Count a great deal. No. I still feel like it's down farther than that. Because it comes down to here. So I don't know if... No. Because it looks like it's the other way. For the lack of a better word. Because it looks like it should be... Oh, like this. No. Okay. Yeah. Like that. But how does it end up right here? Oh, maybe it sits on this one. Like that. 10% rule, kids. Let's just don't ask. Okay. I was all insistent it can't go down the other one, but I realized that it's the treehouse is down there. I'm so happy that I have me putting these in. Where does this one go? Back here? Does it go? Oh, jeez. What is this crap? What? I go to the beginning. I can't even. So this one's up here. And this one's back here somewhere. Skills, kids. Okay, so you should be able to. This is the tree house. Like this. Which I need to see. I'm so brilliant when it comes to design. I'm being sarcastic. This is totally not true. Oh, I should have known that's where that one goes. Because they go down here on those. This one sits on here. Right here. And then Jade Goodall goes in the tree. How does she get in the tree? By going in the back. Can I set her in the front one? No. You know what, kids? Here. Like this. 10% rule in effect. I'm not gentle enough. Well, here's the thing. Like she sits, I guess maybe, because she barely, I wonder if you have to sit her in there to get her to be low enough that you can see her. There we go. How about this one? Oh, crap. I lost a weed. There we go. So she sits in there in that spot in the treehouse. So this is the treehouse version. I think it turned out quite well. It's quite small. Obviously the back isn't. But it's great for if you don't have a big enough footprint for the bigger one. Although it's not that much difference. But it's very nice. It looks very cute. Nequmodiva. Nequmodiva? I don't know. Nequmodiva. Don't know. Did a great job. It looks really great. If you like the stream, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me which one looks better. The original or the treehouse? I mean, obviously they're different. Kind of great if I had used this one. I'm surprised I didn't use this. But as always, actually there's not a huge amount of difference in the amount of pieces used for the big one versus the small ones, how many's left, because there were so many left on the other one. Although that could have entirely been my fault. I'm just surprised they didn't use this piece. I would assume it just didn't fit because it's such a small one. Unless it went all the way through the middle, but I bet you didn't have enough pieces of the other sizes to go around the other side. And that's why it didn't get used. But please like, comment, subscribe. If it's something you do or don't like. Which one of these sets is bigger? I'm not bigger. Better. Have a great rest of your day. Look, super short stream. Doesn't take very long. Easy peasy lemon breezy. And I'll see you next time. Use the right mouse to exit.